brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter, mornings at the cabin.
Morning, everybody. Just sneaking on into your airwaves a minute or so early here on your Wednesday morning, because it's already so bright and lovely and delicious outside. However, it's pretty sparse inside, because there is just yours truly in the studio for at least the next minute and a half of your life before the cavalry arrives. Mornings at the Cabin today brought to you by Arctic Combat Fitness and MMA. Live Muay Thai fighting this Saturday night at the Yellowknife Arena. For more details, search Muay Thai Yellowknife on Facebook. Might have a little guest in on the show a little bit later on this morning as well. Might not, we'll find out. On the show this morning, I can tell you we will have the results of the vote. Is Penny the puppy being overused by Cabin Radio on social media? Or is the puppy not being overused by Cabin Radio on social media? The results are in. And I'm just saying, I think it's a convincing victory for one side. You'll find out a little bit more about that. That's coming up. I also want to get into what would be in a Cabin Radio food truck. Now, we have been mistaken for an Indian restaurant before. For reasons that are just abundantly not clear. But I must confess, I watched the movie Chef the other night. There's a reasonable movie. You know how it goes. Guy, cooking, restaurant, abandons all of that, goes off, lives his dream, runs a food truck with his son. Oh, it's incredibly emotional and tasty. What would be in a Cabin Radio food truck? We will discuss.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you today by Art of Combat Fitness and MMA. Live Muay Thai this Saturday night at the Yellowknife Arena. For more details, search Muay Thai Yellowknife on Facebook. I did just that. And it's Saturday.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
I was asking you, Lecter, if you were going to go to this. You're going camping in the South Slave.
Yes.
Ollie, are you going to Muay Thai?
I might do, you know.
You know what?
Just
I might
one-
do as well.
It's one thing.
What?
Muay Thai.
No.
It's not Muay Thai.
Is it Mai
You
Tai?
sound like an idiot.
I do
right
sound like
now.
an idiot. You sound like you're talking about a drink.
See, that's why I
do,
did.
don't I?
That's why
Yeah.
I did the show intro before either of you were here. I also horribly mispronounced that. But
Muay
Lecter wasn't
Thai.
around
I
to
thought
hear
it was
me do it.
Muay Thai.
No.
And
It's
I know
my
it's
Muay
Thai.
Thai.
I know it's
think
not
you'll find.
Muay Thai.
It's not your Thai.
Muay Thai.
It's not your Thai.
All of ours.
Mai
It's
Tai.
my Thai.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Pretty sure.
Have we?
You know, bring up the commercial if you want.
No, I'm all right.
Is it one of a Thai?
It's one of the
be.
two,
It could
for
be
sure.
construed that way.
It's Muay or Mai.
Yeah.
Muay Thai is
who
more.
said
is
it
that
was
if
Muay
cows,
Thai?
If cows kickbox, is it Muay Thai? Is
That's
that,
right.
Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Kickboxing.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we are.
Corey
Cowboy.
Morrish,
Cowboy.
good friend of the cabin.
Corey Morrish.
Yeah.
Said Mai Tai.
He voiced the ad. If there's anyone who's an authority here on martial arts.
Take a point of conjecture. I don't think he. I think he's
wrong.
the proper source.
No. Okay.
How do you
I thought it was Muay Thai.
Well, Muay Thai is still closer than Muay Thai.
Did I say
I
Muay?
can assure you it's not Muay Thai.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Muay Thai.
How do you pronounce? I'm looking it up now.
We're looking it up
Okay,
now.
here we go.
But the point of the matter is Saturday night at the Yellowknife Arena. Tickets still available.
People are going to be kicking the crap out of each other.
People are
Yes.
going to be kicking the crap out of each other. I mean, like, say what you will about MMA and combat sports, because a lot of people don't like them. A lot of people think it's too violent.
Yeah.
Right. And it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a ton of expertise that goes into it. There's a ton of discipline.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, these
Ton of
guys are
training,
in
yep.
ridiculous shape, train ridiculously hard, and to like get hit in the face.
Yeah.
I'm just on a random MMA forum. This person says it's definitely not pronounced Mai Tai.
Definitely not pronounced Mai Tai.
That's
Sorry,
the name
Corey
of a drink.
Morrish. That is the name.
So
of a
says
drink.
Couch
So
Warrior.
says Couch Warrior.
So says Couch Warrior.
The three letters in the Thai word Muay
I
are
like this
more
guy.
or less the equivalent of the English letters M, W, and Y.
Yeah, Muay.
They say. Someone else underneath it say it's pronounced as in the English word boy, so Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
There you go. Muay
All
Thai.
right.
Phonetically, it would be pronounced mukluk, says the person underneath it. I think we're starting to lose ourselves here.
We've lost the thread.
Good. So the entire show today brought to you by something we can't pronounce.
I love it. We can't pronounce it. It's Muay Thai.
Okay.
So,
yeah, there we go.
We're just
search
settling. We're just settling on the last one we read.
That's right.
That guy's right.
No. I think we're settling on what I said. Search Muay Thai. Search. This is so insulting. Search Muay Thai Yellowknife on Facebook for more deets. Tickets available Saturday night at the old Yellowknife Arena. That sounds like a pretty good time. I'm going to be moving all weekend. This is the thing. I was talking to Lecter, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going camping in the South Slave. I'm sure with all his gorgeous friends. It's ridiculous." Right. Yeah. And you're doing whatever it is you're doing. Are you moving,
or are you
I'm
moving?
Or are you
miving?
Moving. I'm moving.
He's just packing up boxes and kicking them out the door.
That's right. But I mean, I don't know. I might be free for the evening on Saturday. Maybe go see some Thai. Be good.
You just say kickboxing.
Kickboxing. Yeah. That's right. You know what? If I don't make it to kickboxing, I promise to download and watch Kickboxer, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Mornings at the cabin. Every once in a while, you got to throw in a curveball. Weird Al Yankovic smells like Nirvana. Scott did not appreciate that at all. Lecter, why do you hate Weird Al Yankovic?
That one stinks.
No, it does not stink. How dare you? It's not terrible.
He's so much better than that.
There are better songs of his. We were discussing this, that like American Pie and Gangster's Paradise. I don't really know the words to the originals anymore. I know his words. I know the words for The Saga Begins and Amish Paradise.
Right.
And I will sing them to my dying day.
Yeah. What about Eat It?
What about Eat It?
You still sing
Eat It's pretty good. Eat It. Yeah, I do sing Eat It.
You're not allowed to sing that anymore.
Why not?
Didn't you see the documentary?
What? About what?
You're a monster.
What?
Moving on.
The documentary about Weird Al Yankovic?
No.
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 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 Well.
Yeah. Not great.
No, not great.
No.
Not great. 10 years ago, yesterday, he died.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic's been dead for 10 years.
And still with us.
Yeah, still with us. No.
What a legend.
Michael Jackson. We didn't actually die on, I wasn't here yesterday morning, but did you guys talk about that? It was the 10-year anniversary since he passed?
No,
there you go.
No.
He's 50
I don't
years
even know
old.
who you're talking about.
June 25th, 2009, Michael Jackson passed away.
Still don't know who we're talking about. Erased from my memory.
All right. Good Lord. You are woke, aren't you? Just going to erase things from my memory. They'll never happen again.
That's right.
All right.
But, if we want to continue railing on Weird Al,
we're not going to. You're going to continue railing, and
else,
I will rebuff your railing.
We had a petition that was signed by at least 15 people.
Okay, was it 15 people? Yeah, Ryland Johnson really dropped the ball on that one. I'm calling out Ryland Johnson.
Okay, all right.
He was supposed to get Weird Al Yankovic to Yellowknife for something.
What the heck, Ryland?
Yeah, what? Where are you?
If you're going to put up a petition all willy-nilly, maybe just
on change.org. And when I signed it, I immediately got one for, let's send some water over to people who don't have it.
I assume everything I see on change.org is of the utmost importance.
Yeah.
Thus, when that Weird Al petition came up, I thought it would be followed through on.
He's never been to Yellowknife. Ever.
Right.
So, I mean, it just makes sense. Just come up here.
So now you're on my side. Weird
About
Al,
getting him up here?
Bit of a jerk.
No!
Not following this 15-person signed petition.
I just want him up here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And if we're not going to support the arts up here, then we're never going to get these big acts.
That's fair. Yeah.
So,
all right.
We've had an AC/DC tribute band. We can go bigger. We can go bigger than that. The other thing I want to talk about, though, was Toy Story 4 opened, I think, over the weekend. I haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
Desperately want to see it.
Yeah.
Desperately. Because, the reviews are saying that, what was a perfect trilogy is now a perfect quadrilogy. They've done something that no other kind of franchise has done and made 4 movies. Rotten Tomatoes, say what you will about Rotten Tomatoes and its aggregate scoring, but, have made 4 different movies.
Aggregate scoring?
Or whatever it's called.
It's soccer? It's
like soccer. Yeah, that's right. I may have used that wrong. It's the morning. Aggregate reviews because they pool all the reviews together and then is that aggregate?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, but they've made 4 movies that scored 95% or higher. Right.
So Toy Story. I'm surprised Toy Story 2 scored that high. And
Toy Story 2 is the best one.
And you said that the other day.
I was like, it's one of the best ones.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it because I haven't watched it in so long.
But
I don't remember it being better than the first one.
It's so good though. It's so good, and and the animation obviously gets better throughout the movies because the last one, Toy Story 3, came out 9 years ago.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem that far ago.
No,
but between Toy Story 2 and between Toy Story 1 and 2, it was like 4 years. 2 and 3 was 11 years, and then this one's been 9 years.
Yeah.
And a lot of people obviously being like, "Oh, why make another one? It's just like a cash grab or whatever." But apparently, they've made like a perfect sequel.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Another very interesting thing is that Don Rickles, who plays Mr. Potato Head in all of them,
All right.
he passed away April 2017 before he had a chance to record any of his dialogue. However, his family reached out to Pixar, or they conferred together and said, is there any way that he could be in this? Because he loved it so much. And this is something very rare where a family's like, can you use the voice of our dead relative to make money? Which is not what it is. But he loved it so much. So they went through 25 years of recordings of him.
Wow.
For Mr. Potato Head, because obviously they've got probably just hours of takes that they didn't use.
Right.
And they used those to have him in the movie. So it's very cool.
That's really cool.
So I'm very much looking forward to this. Probably try to see it this weekend. I am moving. God, it's the worst. But Toy Story 4 made a bunch of money this weekend and is apparently very good. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. And that's a nice little touching story.
Really happy for Disney and Pixar. What a win for the little guy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's an uplifting story.
All right. You know what? You bring it down with your corporate demagoguery. I also used that word incorrectly. Corporate. That's not what it means.
Scenes from the cabin.
You have proved yourself worthy. Will you join me? You make me sad. So be it. Come, Patsy.
None shall pass.
What?
None shall pass.
I have no quarrel with you, good Sir Knight, but I must cross the bridge.
Then you shall die.
I command you, as King of the Britons, to stand aside.
I move for no man.
So be it. Now, stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've had worse.
You liar.
Come on, you jerk.
We thank thee, Lord.
Come on, then.
What?
Have at you.
You are indeed brave, Sir Knight, but the fight is mine.
Oh, had enough, eh?
Look, you stupid git, you've got no arms left.
Yes, I have.
Look.
Just a flesh wound.
Look, stop that.
Chicken. Chicken.
Look, I'll have your leg. Right.
Right, I'll do you for that.
You what?
Come here.
What are you going to do, bleed on me?
I'm invincible.
You're a loony.
The Black Knight always triumphs. Have at you. Come on, then. All right. We'll call it a draw.
Scenes from the cabin.
Know the movie? Submit your guest to mailbox@cabinradio.ca or send us a message on Facebook for your chance to win gift certificates to some awesome Yellowknife restaurants, including Zehabesha, Main Street Pizza, The Woodyard Eatery, Copper House Restaurant, and Javaroma. Listen to Cabin Radio every weekday to win, or download the Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday morning. I have no idea what day it is most of the time. Today's show brought to you by Art of Combat Fitness and MMA. Live Muay Thai fighting this Saturday night at the Yellowknife Arena. For more details, search Muay Thai Yellowknife on Facebook or listen to the next 5 to 10 minutes because we've got some Muay Thai representatives from Art of Combat and MMA. We got Darrell, we got Kevin, and one of the fighters this weekend, Todd, in the studio right now talking about the Muay Thai Boxing Championship coming up on Saturday at the old Yellowknife Arena. Doors open at 5, start at 6:30. General admission's $50, ringside's $80. You can get a VIP table for $1,000 and $5 more at the door for everything, even for the VIP table. $1,005 for the VIP table at the door. Extra $5. Bring it over. This looks like you guys got a huge card here. You got 10 fights. You said that's like 20 fighters right there. So I mean, this is a pretty big event. What's up? Tell us about it a little bit about it, guys.
I got approached by Kevin here, and he's good friends with Kai Singtong from Master Kai Singtong from Vancouver.
Okay,
and he always wanted to put he's put a fight, Muay Thai fights, Muay Thai fights across Canada.
There it is. I told you.
Okay,
it was Muay Thai.
Except for the Northwest Territories.
Yeah.
So
okay,
and this was one of his dreams And so we're trying to make that a reality for him.
Darrell, first of all, just to start off, you're going to be an announcer on Cabin Radio at some point.
Oh,
Just like this voice is like reverberating through my brain right now. That's awesome. And so Muay Thai Kai Sing Tong is proudly presenting this Muay Thai Boxing Championship. So Kevin, how many fighters do you guys have? Like, is it 20 fighters right now?
There's 20, yes.
20 fighters, yeah. So you got 10 different bouts. You've got, how many different weight classes are we representing here?
All the weight classes from featherweight right up into heavyweight.
Oh man, you got some heavyweight guys too. Todd, are you heavyweight?
No, I'm middleweight.
Middleweight.
Yeah.
All right. You're a big dude, man. that's a middleweight, huh?
I'm
Good
a heavyweight.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. So would I be, but not talent wise or anything like that. So this is going to be a huge card. I mean, tell people a little bit more about Muay Thai. I mean, this is Muay Thai kind of plays into MMA as well, but tell people what the kind of the difference is.
The Muay Thai is stand-up striking, no ground fighting,
yes.
and the it's a very combative sport. The history of it goes a long way back in Thailand, and Master Sing Thong, that his history was his Lao come to Thailand with family and to Canada. He was the president, former president of Muay Thai, and he brought it to Canada himself back in the day. So it's a long history. We're stretching it into the north and furthermore across the country if possible.
Beauty.
Todd, you're going to be fighting on Saturday. How did you get into this in the first place?
Kevin here just approached me and told me that there was a Muay Thai event coming, and he asked if I was interested. And I've never fought Muay Thai, but I thought I'd check it out.
How different? All right. That's a solid approach. How different do you think it's going to be to what you normally do then? What's your normal background? Give people a bit of a background as to how you got involved in anything like this in the first place.
Well, my normal background is kind of stand-up fighting anyways for MMA, so
Okay.
this is kind of not that bad because I don't have to worry about going to the ground.
Okay. And you've been fighting for, like you said, about 7 years, eh?
Yes, on and off.
Right on. How many bouts do you have under your belt?
I have 7 MMA fights.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be a little different. You don't have to go to the ground, which is nice for you. So it's just striking, kicking. I'm a pretty big expert on this. I've seen Kickboxer starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, couldn't pronounce Muay Thai, any of us in the room an hour ago.
I pronounced it perfectly. I said Muay Thai. So I'm better than you. That's fine. So there's still tickets available for the bouts. Is there a VIP table still available?
Yes, there is.
Awesome. All right. And this is taking place all at the old Yellowknife Arena. If you guys don't know, that's not the multiplex. It's the old Yellowknife Arena, which we should probably give a name to at some point, I think.
Muay Thai Arena.
The Muay Thai Arena. That sounds awesome. That's right. So, this is a huge event. 20 different fighters. You got 10 bouts, men, women. You're bringing everybody up. How long have you guys been organizing this event?
Well, when did we start, Kevin? Probably about
January, February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a few months.
Yeah. It's there's lots of moving parts in there.
Of course.
Right from working with the city, to right down to the liquor license, to everything, right down to even hotel rooms, accommodations.
So I will say, Darrell, you mentioned working with the city. A few weeks ago, the mayor of Yellowknife was in here. And I just said, the Muay Thai guys are going to be coming in soon. We got that coming up. And she sort of raised an eyebrow and was like, I'm fairly sure we have some legislation on that. I haven't heard of these guys. And I just thought at the end of that interview, that'll be fine. That'll work itself out. And here we are, there's still an event going on. So you guys clearly got that figured out. That's great.
Well, we worked with the city and we went through see if they were going to commission it and stuff like that. We went to the lawyers and everything. And this is an amateur one.
Yeah,
but it's full elbows and knees and everything. And they don't have any commission on that, so we were free to go.
There you go.
So
but if it was a professional fight, they'd be all over.
They'll be involved, which would be good because they would help us with the commission and the referees and all that. So
all right. And how many local fighters do you have in this event?
Just Todd here.
Just Todd.
Yeah,
the local boy
defending the honor of Yellowknife.
There
One
you go.
guy.
Yeah. All eyes on Todd.
No pressure on Todd whatsoever. Todd, are you from Yellowknife or are you from elsewhere?
I'm from Newfoundland, but I've been here my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So earlier you said you had 7 bouts to your name. Now Wheeler was very polite. Didn't ask for your record.
Yes.
What's the record?
My record's 4-3.
Hey, that's
all right.
pretty good.
All right, that's a winning record.
Right on. So where were you doing your MMA fighting though?
I do it over at Just Fitness.
Okay. Yeah. And they've had a few bouts here in town. That's very cool. So you got some women on the card as well. How many women fighters do you have?
There's 2 matches for sure, so 4 women,
All right.
possibly three bouts with women. So
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. I mean, there's 20 fighters here, like full Muay Thai fights, elbows, knees, kicks, punches. I
love that children's song. Elbows, knees, and kicks and punches. Knees and punches. No, okay.
All to the face.
So that's head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Very different song. All right. So you guys, this is, one more time in case you missed it, it is Community Arena, doors open at 5 on Saturday. Tickets, Darrell, people just give you a call here on this
Give
number?
us a call
Okay.
on your advertising too. It's on there, and all our outlets are there that you.
I'll give you that number now. It's 447-0392.
There you go. And you can pick up tickets still. There's still some available. General admission $50, ringside $80, VIP table for $1,000 or $1,000 and $5 at the door. So no, $5 more at the door for everything. Still tickets available. 20 different fighters. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Yeah, the art of 8 limbs, eh? That's
The
what they
art
call
of 8 limbs.
8 limbs: punches, kicks, knees, elbows.
Good
Eh?
Lord.
So
Yeah.
that's what they call it.
So every human being is an octopus.
Yes.
Guys, thanks so much for coming in. This sounds like an awesome event. Definitely going to try to make it down there this weekend if I can. I'm moving this weekend, so it's a real pain in the ass. But there's going to be some pains elsewhere this weekend, so go check it out. We'll be talking about it throughout the rest of the morning, and thanks so much for making time for us today, guys. Todd, thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Looking forward to the fight this weekend, and we'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Want the meat and potatoes of the morning show with none of the filler? You've got it with the Mornings at the Cabin podcast. That's a strange breakfast, though.
Wheeler, Ollie Lecter with you on your Wednesday morning. Big thanks to Darrell, Kevin, and Todd for coming in, talking a little Muay Thai Boxing Championship was going on Saturday, and they are the sponsors of the show this morning. Art of Combat Fitness and MMA are on Saturday night at the old Yellowknife Arena. Look up Muay Thai Yellowknife on Facebook. Saturday night, you can get tickets tickets by calling 447-0392. You can get tickets at Ragged Ass Barbers, Gastown, or Harley's Hard Rock Saloon as well. So that's a good way to get free mentions, right? Just be the sponsor of something else.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're about to have our own Muay Thai fight right here in the studio. A battle of wits, a battle of minds. Not really. We're talking about...
In the blue corner, Penny.
In the blue corner, Penny. She wins. Penny! She's not here. But you were mentioning as I was walking in this morning, since you started the show so early. I don't understand.
A minute.
Why are you doing that? Well, I mean that's a big minute. I can sit down and be prepared with it.
It was a New York minute.
Minute
New
in
York.
radio is an eternity.
That's right. You know what? Let's stay silent for a minute just to see how long it feels.
You've never done that in your whole life. I'll be amazed if you can achieve it now.
Oh, now he's going to do it.
Now he's going to do it.
Now
Is this
you
all we have to
challenged
do?
him.
All we have to do is dare him? Oh, why does
Well, here's the thing. I wanted us all to be silent. You guys are jerks. What you were talking about, though, is like we've been confused for a restaurant. People sending emails in. Listen, I want to work at your restaurant. I'll do anything.
And a phone call. We had
And
a phone call from
yeah.
someone who was insisted that we were an Indian restaurant. And I wish we were, but we're just not.
But
We're just not.
You asked, what would a cabin radio food truck look like?
The reason I asked this question is I watched the movie Chef. Came out 5
Great
years
movie.
ago.
So good.
John Favreau, Robert Downey Jr. briefly.
Very brief.
Dude, love. Like,
Well,
he's on my list. He's
it was-
on my list of people. Like if I were in a relationship and I were allowed 3, Robert Downey Jr. is on the list.
I'm all over John Favreau.
All right,
He
good.
can cook up a storm. But I mean, that was his passion project. Like ScarJo's in it briefly. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it briefly because they filmed it between like Iron Man 3 and something else. So that was his passion project because he's passionate about cooking.
And the premise of the movie, very simply, is guy in a restaurant feels like he hates the place.
Yeah.
And like John Favreau essentially plays Robin Wasichner in the movie.
Yeah.
The two characters, like Chef
And
Robin
Robin
and
loves
Yellowknife,
that movie, by the way.
is
Loves
essentially
it.
the lead character
Yeah.
in that movie. He quits the restaurant because he hates the guy who owns it and sets up his own food truck.
Yeah.
And they go across
And bonds with
the
his
country.
son.
And bonds with his son.
And like, there's like the stakes aren't like. I mean, the stakes are high for them, but I mean, it's not like this movie where like, it's not a big movie where like big lessons are learned or big societal things are fixed or anything like that. It's just a simple movie about a man and his son cooking.
One of the funny things in the movie is after the first 10 minutes, nothing bad happens.
No,
which
really.
is really unusual.
Yeah.
Because in almost every movie, right, they give you like 5 minutes at a time where everything is nice.
Yeah, and then someone's trying to shut down the food truck. It's like, it doesn't really happen.
It does. Basically, the bad stuff is at the beginning where the restaurant is just a terrible place to work.
Yeah.
And then the whole rest of the movie is the enjoyable journey of creating a food truck.
Yeah.
Hence, I sort of immediately ended the movie with like, I want to own a food truck.
Let's open a food truck. Yeah.
Which I realise for anyone who runs a food truck listening is really difficult and
Incredibly
requires a lot of work.
But I mean, there's a romanticism to the movie and to the food truck thing.
So let us dream.
Absolutely.
For a second, what would we do with the Cabin Radio food truck?
If you haven't seen Chef, go see it. What we would, I think it would just be like whatever we have lying around. What's the special today? Well, I've got some leftover chicken. I'll put it in a sandwich for you. That's what I would do because I don't know how to cook.
Well, I guarantee you one thing.
What?
Things would go wrong after the first 10 minutes.
Of course.
So put that out of your mind right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Timing being an issue, you're saying, in food trucks and cooking in general.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we probably... It was a very harmonious food truck in the movie Chef. Everyone is sort of getting along and everybody has their role and everybody's doing it really nicely. Yeah, the Cabin Radio food truck has got to involve a lot of shouting and some exasperation and people looking at each other like, well, is that sandwich ready? You were doing the sandwich, right? What, me? Wasn't doing it. You were doing the sandwich.
Do they even sweat in this movie? Or
of course
does
they
just
do.
look great
John
at all
Jan
times?
Favreau sweats.
Oh, it's
him and John
painted on,
Leguizamo.
like super sexy, glistening sweat where you're like, there's not like massive like rainbows of gloop underneath your shoulder. It's
That's
just
how
like,
I sweat. Sexy, sexy sheen. No, it's gloopy, actually. No, I sweat gloopy. It's like just chunks of sweat falling off my face. That's nice.
We'd practically be serving the stuff in the Cabin Radio food truck. It would just be like dusted over
it's seasoned so well. That's my sweat. That's my nose sweat.
Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears going to our source.
It is, though. It is a wonderful movie, and I think that our Cabin Radio food truck would just be like whatever we've got lying around.
Yeah.
Honestly. Someone brings us some donuts, then that will be the special of the day. Gifted donuts.
The Cabin Radio food truck is whatever the listeners brought in
That's
that
right,
morning.
Exactly.
I love that.
Or deep fried, whatever. Just like, what can you do? Or like, that would be what it was called. The
Deep
Cabin
fried
Radio
whatever?
food truck would be like, can you fry that?
Will it fry?
Like, will it fry? There we go. Just bring us whatever you want. We'll coat it in batter, throw it in the fryer. We'll find out together.
Hey,
Make sure it's food, though.
Where's Penny?
No.
Oh, even AJ wouldn't have gone
dare
there.
you. Good Lord.
Jeez.
Wow. You are a terrible person.
Nice fluffy golden batter.
Oh, my God. That is terrible. That's terrible, but tasty. So that's a
Very
great
nearly
movie.
made a tourist joke then, and I just
Don't
pieced out on it in time.
Do it.
Okay.
Check out Chef, but also there's a YouTube program called Binging with Babish, in which he basically cooks things from movies, and one of the things he cooks is from Chef. He does two things from Chef. Actually, he does the pasta that he cooks at the beginning, which I cannot remember the name of, that he cooks for ScarJo.
Spaghetti.
It's a seducer. It's not spaghetti, but it's very simple to make and it's lovely. And the other one is the Cubano sandwich, which they make in the movie as well in the food truck. So check out Binging with Babish on YouTube and check out Chef on Netflix.
Yeah, I think that is where that was.
Sure.
Yeah,
There
it
we go.
was.
Perfect.
It was Netflix.
So and please support your local food trucks, including the Cabin Radio food truck called Will It Fry.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Now, we have a dog here. If you didn't know, there's a dog here named Penny. And, basically, we've taken away all her rights and post her image as much as possible. And, Ollie, you put out a poll. What was this poll?
Yesterday, AJ and Sarah on the air discussed whether or not Penny is being overused
Let
by
me just
Cabin Radio.
interject for a second. What were AJ and Sarah doing on the air?
Well, there were some vacancies.
Squabbling.
There were some vacancies in yesterday morning's roster.
I don't know who. What? That doesn't sound right.
So, the AJ had been told by a friend
Yes.
that if they wanted to go and see puppies, they would just follow other people's private Instagram feeds. And so we was like, okay, well, we should probably put this out there. So we put a simple poll on Instagram. Would you like to see more of Penny or less of Penny?
I don't know if it was quite framed that way.
What is it with AJ hating puppies and then all his friends hating puppies?
Friend with air quote marks. We don't know that it was a friend.
Your
says it's a friend.
vibe attracts your tribe type of thing.
Yeah,
I hate puppies, so anyone who hates puppies can be my friend.
So my imaginary friends also hate puppies. Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
It was. You tried to suggest that the wording of the poll was in any way, in any way partisan.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not on Instagram.
Right.
But
it was framed odd. Are you a good person and want to see more puppies? Or are you a terrible garbage person who thinks, with an ugly spirit, who thinks that puppies are terrible?
Yeah, that's the sense I got.
It wasn't quite that, but it wasn't far off. So the result is 95% of people are right-thinking ordinary folk who would like to see more puppies. And
You've exposed your bias, Mr.
And
William.
5% of people are delinquents.
Delinquents. Derelicts and delinquents. 5% of people do not want to see more of Penny. Well, that's the thing. It's not that they don't like it. It's just that you don't need to do more because we already show her enough. So 100% of people
are happy with
the amount of puppies.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
This never happens in a poll.
And that is why, as a punishment, we have sent AJ for 2 days of supervisor training.
There we go. Oh, man, that's going to be great. Good for him.
We're finally going to have someone in here who knows what on earth they're doing.
Maybe get over his fear of dogs.
And it's simple. Don't complain about puppies, and you're fine.
That's absolutely
happy
right.
workforce. Yep.
Yeah. More Penny to come. 95% of you want it.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.